Richard Pascoe, Great Britain China Centre. Ambassador, I believe the decision referred also to further developing the rule of law in China and judicial reforms. Do you think in that sector there are also opportunities for working together with the UK?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, certainly. I think that is maybe the 12th opportunity, and the decision stressed the importance of legal reform in China. The objectives to make the legal system more independent and more accountable, and to have a more qualified lawyers, judges, and you also know that the decision have abolished this reform through labor system. That shows the progress of rule of law in China. As a matter of fact, China and UK have a lot of exchanges, cooperation in legal area, including training lawyers, training judges, some training program. So I think Britain has a well-established law system, legal system. There are certainly things that we can learn from. So that is certainly will be the area for cooperation between China and UK. Thank you.
Good evening, Ambassador. My name is Richard Sanders, and I'm from the China Centre at the University of Northampton. I wonder whether you could speak a little about any implications of the third plenum for the land question, and particularly the market for land. Farmers currently have use value of the land, but not exchange value. Is the deepening of market reforms going to have cause any change in that kind of relationship between farmers and the land that they farm?
Mm-hmm. In fact, the decision usually spend quite part on the land reform. There will be a very sweeping reform in this area. The idea is to make the peasants will enjoy more benefits in terms of both leasing, lending their land. In the past, the land is leased to the developers, but the peasant itself did not get much benefit. It's only the local governments are the one who get most of the benefit. Now the idea is to have the peasants should have a more enjoy the benefits from the leasing the land to the developers. Basically, the balance will be strike between the government, collective, and individual landowners. Also, in the past, there's a different pricing system for land in town and land in the countryside. Now the idea is to merge the two track this into one, like in past the pricing of the countryside are in a more disadvantage. Now the idea is to what we call it the people who had land should enjoy the same right, the same benefit, and same pricing system. So that is the sum of the elements. It's a very both this reform both has in general and also very specific. And I'm not expert in land, but I hope I can give you more detailed information afterwards. about how this land reform will be implemented, both in general and in specific terms. Thank you.
Dr. Christina Yan-Zhang, Ambassador, I'm very interested in your speech, especially about the great opportunity between the UK and China. But do you think there will be any other great opportunity for UK-China to work closely together to explore markets, say in Africa, in Latin America, in ASEAN country, and other part of the world? Thank you.
Though I give 10 opportunities, that does not mean that our cooperation are limited to these 10. You know, I can have a very long list of the areas where China and UK can have a stronger cooperation. I think the China-UK has a lot to share, you know, in Africa and also in other parts of the world, in the how to reduce the poverty, how to help the local people to develop, both in economic terms and also in Medicare, in the health sector. In fact, China and UK already have a very successful cooperation in Africa in infrastructure, and that is also the area, you know, we showed a strong interest. We hope that our two countries can strengthen our efforts in this area. During Prime Minister's visit, both in his meetings with Premier Li Keqiang and with other leaders, the two leaders have both stressed the interest and agree that China-UK should have a more productive cooperation in the areas like, you know, in development project in Africa. So that is one of the areas. Certainly we'll have more opportunities. You can call it 11th opportunity. And I think maybe as this discussion goes on, we'll have more opportunities. Thank you.
And then there was a final question somewhere over at the back there, if you can take a microphone over, please. Yes.
Thank you for a very interesting talk. My question is about the Chinese middle class. It appears that one of the themes is about of the Plenum is about closing the gap between well, maybe the wealth gap. And my question is, how do you foresee the Chinese middle class developing in the forthcoming, or in the next few years, in the foreseen future? Thank you.
I think with, as the China economy grows, the body of a middle class will certainly grow. I think the idea to narrow the gap between the rich and poor is not target middle class. It's mainly target the very rich and also the least developed area. I think I don't think the government will have some restrictions, will impose restrictions on the increase of the middle class. So I would foresee you will see more growth of the middle class population. I think I'm not so sure where Prime Minister Cameron got a figure. I do not have a figure how big is the middle class in China is. It really depends on what is your criteria of middle class, and he gave me the figure. I even tried to double check with the number 10 how the Prime Minister got the figure, and they said the current population is 600 million. 600 million. I think that figure, and then he said that is larger than the entire European market combined. So he see that China is a potential market. I think that he used the figure. I think it should be smaller than that, the middle class population in China. And I think with the improvement of living standard and also as the economic advanced, we'll see the growth of the population of middle class. Thank you.